All right, so this is going to be the muscles of the lower leg and foot that you're responsible for knowing for the practical. So we're starting out with our landmark. Here's our knee. And so we know that this bone here is the tibia. And the first muscle is on the front of the tibia. Sorry. And so we just have to basically translate front of tibia into Latin. So we're going to name this muscle tibialis anterior. Okay, so that's using our terms tibia, tibialis, and anterior meaning front. Okay, next, as we go around the leg, we see this muscle, and if we follow it down, it splits into tendons that go to the toes. This is a pretty long muscle here, and what it does is it would straighten the toes after they've been curled. So this is an extensor muscle. So the name of this muscle is extensor digitorum longus. All right next to extensor digitorum muscle is this. Extensor digitorum longus is here. This one lies right over the fibula, that little bone on the outside of the leg. And it is also a long muscle, goes from here all the way down here. So the name of this one is going to be fibularis longus. Now there's another one down here, really close to it, that's fibularis brevis, but that one is not on your list. You just so far have tibialis anterior, extensor digitorum longus, and fibularis longus. Okay, now I'm going to flip this leg over so we can see the back. Let's see if I can get it to stand up here so we can get a good look at it. All right. And now we are looking at the back of the calf, and most of what you see right now is going to be the gastrocnemius muscle. It is a very large two-headed muscle, and it is attached here to the calcaneal bone by this white structure, which is known as the calcaneal tendon. You may know it commonly as the Achilles tendon, but in anatomy, we will not use that term. We will say calcaneal. Okay, so this is a very robust muscle. Now, I'm going to turn the leg flat again because there is a muscle underneath it right here. You can see these little fibers that look like they're going diagonal while gastrocnemius is going vertical. You see it sticking out here. And if I flip to the other side, you can see it sticking out here. Now, if I take this whole thing off, notice that the muscle underneath gastrocnemius kind of looks like, well, a fish. If you look at that shape, it kind of looks like a fish. The name of that muscle is soleus, and so I make the joke in class that it's the fillet of soleus muscle. So you can see it if you take it all the way off. You can see it if you just take off one head of the gastrocnemius. It's this one that's underneath. And you can see it peeking out on the sides when it is assembled here on the calf. So we're going to leave that there, though, because next we're going to do the last two things, which are on the bottom of the foot. So right here, this white structure, so we had the calcaneal tendon came down, and then that tendon flattens out. It would normally cover the entire bottom of the foot. And so since it's a flat tendon, it's an aponeurosis. And so it's on the plantar surface of the foot. We will call this structure here, it's been cut off, but we would call it the plantar aponeurosis. And then right in front of that, these three little pieces right here all go up to individual toes or digits. And when this gets shorter, those digits would curl in. So we know this is a flexor muscle. Now there's another muscle on the back of the calf underneath soleus that is also a flexor for the toe, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this one. So this one is shorter. We're going to name this one Flexor digitorum brevis. So notice on the lower leg, you had extensor digitorum longus and flexor digitorum brevis. All right, so those are the muscles of the lower leg and foot that you're responsible for knowing.